Well, when you build up that speed and then the pole starts to bend, all happens so quickly in a matter of seconds, and you absolutely do not expect to then fall flat after that.
Well, we're looking at the men's 110 metres hurdles semi-final. That'll be getting underway very shortly. And it's the first heat coming out. That's a heat that includes the former European indoor champion Andrew Pozzi and the man who took bronze in Eugene, Asier Martinez of Spain. There they are, all out on the track. Just checking the hurdles are all in the correct position. 10 flights to be navigated. That's Asier Martinez. So, looking at the man in lane one, João Vitor de Oliveira. De Oliveira, the reigning Portuguese champion. Possibly one of the outsiders to go through semi-final qualification into the final later on tonight. First two automatic qualifiers and two fastest non-automatic qualifiers. Oliveira, personal best of 13:45. Vladimir Vukasevich, the Norwegian record holder. And I saw his sister, the former international hurdler, Christina. She's commentating for Norwegian television, about 6 places in front of us. Here's Andrew Pozzi. Well, Andrew Pozzi, former world and European indoor champion at 60 metres hurdles. Very good Italian international, San Fofana. Asier Martinez got up for what some people thought was a surprise bronze medal in Eugene, but he's been a classy individual, rapidly making an impact on the international stage in the last 2 or 3 years. Still only 22 years of age. This is just João Mate, World Championship semi-finalist. And there's quite a few French supporters in the crowd. Finley Gao, better known as a decathlete, got a personal best of 13:46 in his heat, and also is running very well at the moment. And Jakub Szymanski. Szymanski got the bronze at last year's 2021 World Under-20 Championships in Nairobi. So we're really looking at lanes 3 and 5. Pozzi of Great Britain, Martinez of Spain. Pozzi got up for a bronze at the Commonwealth Games, and he's gradually racing himself back into form. No doubt at all about the shape of Martinez. The hurdles, well, all sorts of things can happen. So as they settle into the blocks from the inside, De Oliveira, Portugal, Vukasevich, Norway, Pozzi, Great Britain, Fofana, Italy, Martinez, Spain, João Mate, France, Gao, Switzerland, and Szymanski of Poland. Well, Martinez not the best of starts. It was Fofana who was away and then crashed into the hurdles. Now it's Pozzi really starting to really motor. It's the Briton in lane 3 going well. Martinez now pulling ahead as Pozzi tires. It's João Mate who comes through for a surprise second. But no doubt at all, with a sizzling second half of the race, Asier Martinez brings his Eugene form, his World Championship bronze medal form, to Munich. So Martinez 13:25, João Mate 13:30. Just waiting for confirmation of the men behind them, who will be looking to see if they can get through as fastest non-automatic qualifiers. Andrew Pozzi, after that very good first half of the race, 13:48. He'll have to wait as we now look at Pedro Pablo Pachado, Olympic and world champion from Portugal. Oh, and he's flying. That's a good effort from Pichardo. That's his father, Jorge, in the crowd. Jorge also coaches him.
This event, when you get it right, it's almost poetic. Pichardo is a master of the triple jump. I love the way he hangs through that hop stage and then steps into. It's just beautiful when he gets it right. And you can see why he can jump 17 meters pretty easily.
17.05, almost without breaking sweat. And as you said, yes, and he just seemed to hang in the air at that third jump phase. I don't think you see too many other jumpers do that. Maybe Christian Taylor at his very best.
We'll have a look back at the first heat. Asier Martinez. That looked like maybe a safe start. Andrew Pozzi, on the other hand, got out really, really hard. And it was this stage that Asier Martinez decided to assert himself on the race and took Koimate with him. They shared a smile over the line. Just trying to see whether Andrew Pozzi clipped any hurdles because he was moving really well. And all of a sudden there you can see big hurdle hit there by Andrew Pozzi, and that will be what took that momentum away from him and pulled him back into third place, and to let the Spaniard and the Frenchman battle it out in front. Got to say, Martinez looked pretty good there. Enough time to look over, share a smile and a laugh with Koimate.
There's certainly more there from Martinez. There was a lot of splintered woodwork down the track, though. There was some really untidy herding by the likes of Fofana, Pozzi in the latter part of the race. There's confirmation of the times. Pozzi 13.48 and Gao 13.50 are the men who will be in what's now called the hot seat.
13.25, Koimate of France 13.30. Two men in the hot seats, Andrew Pozzi and Gao. The Brit and the Swiss, they will be given the option to sit in the physical hot seat that European athletics have for make it a bit easier for fans. They don't have to stay there if they don't want to, but we expect they'll be there on 13.48, 13.50, nervously looking on to see if any of these men can better that mark. It's Miguel Pereira of Great Britain. Only got 7 starters. Sevler of Turkey should have been in lane 4, but he's not made it here to the start line, leaving a bit of a chasm there between the athletes. Kusanemi of Finland goes in lane 1. He was 3rd in the second heat. He had to compete in the first round. He set a personal best this year of 13.68. And that's a very subtle supporters outfit they've got going on there. Koen Smet of the Netherlands goes in lane 2. He's 13-time national champion indoors and out. Cameramen doing very well to pick out lots of flags down there. Milan Trajkovic goes in lane 3. He's second at the FBK Games, won the Mediterranean Championships. He has made Olympic and World Championship finals in the past. He was 6th at the Commonwealth Games. A busy summer for Trajkovic. Can he make another major final here? We skip lane 4. Lane 5 brings us Jason Joseph of Switzerland. National record holder last year. He made the semi-final in 2019, 21 and 22 on a global stage. Fastest season's best goes to the Swiss athlete in lane 5. Lane 6 is the reigning champion Pascal Martinez-Lagarde. He's returning from injury. It was a great silver medal in Belgrade at the World Indoor Championships, and then he struggled, and he's building into better performances. The season's best coming in Monaco just a few weeks ago at the Diamond League. Lane 7, Joel Benston of Sweden. He's had a long old season competing collegiately in America. So many races under his belt. He has done a personal best this year. Completing the lineup in lane 8 is Miguel Pereira. It's his first championships of 2022. Didn't make the World Championships or the Commonwealth Games. Prepared well here for Munich with a win in English Championships. His coach Laura Turner-Aline will be having a very busy day. Coaches Holly Mills and the heptathlon. She'll have to take a moment to come over here and cast an eye over at Miguel Pereira. There are Gao and Pozzi. Well, we're just focusing on Gao of Switzerland at the moment. He's in the second non-automatic qualifying spot, 13.5. First 2 automatically advance to tonight's final. That's at 10:22, the final event, day 3 of the European Championships. Pascal Martinez-Lagarde only athlete underneath 13 seconds so far. Not this season, though. Jason Joseph of Switzerland, to his side, has the fastest season's best.
Stand up, please. Stand up.
So he'd just been asked to stand up. Djokovic not happy at all. That's fine. So it's okay. Better to ask people to stand up if they're not happy. Maybe the field not settled or the crowd making some noise. Could be an issue with the gun.
Or whatever it is, Martin Odegaard looks like he wants to be the coolest man inside the stadium with those shades. He posted on Instagram that he wanted to come here and burn up the track, brûler la piste.
I love Pascal Martin Odegaard. He's such a performer, and he always seems to find a way to bring his best to his championships. The semi-final performance in Eugene was pretty good, considering the disruptions he's had in his outdoor season. He was pretty honest about those. And publicly, the Paris Diamond League, I said, you know, I'm not at my best, but I'm hoping I can get there. French having 4 representatives here, thanks to the bye for the reigning champion Pascal Martin Odegaard. Can he get in the top 2 and make another European final? And no way this time. Fast start from Joseph of Switzerland. Joseph of Switzerland and Djokovic separated by an empty lane, and here comes Pascal Martin Odegaard. Turning back the clock, Pascal Martin Odegaard eases off on the line, 13.35 to take the win from Jason Joseph. Martin Odegaard got a decent start and then seemed to take his foot off the gas ever so slightly and then get into his running and power down the track. It'll be interesting to see what happened to Milan Čeković, because he looked like he was matching Jason Joseph stride for stride. He's going to be out of the automatic qualifying spots and out of the final with that 13.54 if that stays, because that's slower than Pozzi and Gal.
Well, fascinating, isn't it? You can sometimes see a scenario where someone like Milan Čeković could come through brilliantly like he did at the European indoors over 60 hurdles a few years ago, or he could end up a bit further down and out of the final. It's going to be the latter case here. Martin Odegaard, the roar, he was certainly psyched up to try and successfully defend this title. The final obviously later on tonight. It'll conclude this evening's session, and hopefully we'll have something like the excitement we had with those 100 finals. Martin Odegaard, steely determination, just kept up that rhythm all the way to the last.
He's so tall. He's always got to chop his stride between each hurdle. I hate that shot of Pascal Martin Odegaard when he comes out of the blocks and he drags his toes. You think he's going to trip. Yeah, the height helps getting over these high hurdles, but it doesn't help necessarily in between. But Pascal Martin Odegaard, could he regain his European title? That would be brilliant.
Yeah, Joseph is also a rising star, though, and someone who implements 110-metre hurdles. Who's qualified so far? Asier Martinez, brilliant World Championship medal for him. The defending champion Martin Odegaard, his compatriot Juan Mate of France, and Jason Joseph, who's 13-12 at best, the young Swiss. This is Valdo Schukes, the Hungarian. Important phone call to make. Keen to give an update live, perhaps, on how the race is going to those back at home in Hungary. Nice roar there for Gregor Traber, who was 5th at these championships in Berlin 4 years ago. Aurel Manga looking to join his teammates in that final later on. The world indoor medalist over 60 hurdles in Birmingham in 2018. Previously 6th and 7th at these championships in the last 2 editions. Damian Czekia improved to 13.25 in Suwałki in northeast Poland. That's his first lifetime best in quite a few years. Been hearing actually that he wrote a thesis on a particular Polish bus schedule. Just curious, but good to have some focus away from the track again, I guess. Enrique Llopis of Spain, and then another emerging talent, Sasha Zoya, also a very talented pole vaulter. European and world under-20 gold medalist. 13.17 at best. This is David King of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, someone who has competed at all the main major championships. So he has that consistent record. Drawing of lots was needed to make it through to the World Indoor Final in a curious case, another collector's item moment in athletics. And Abdel Larinaga of Portugal. He's improved quite significantly since the start of last season, when he ran faster than 14 seconds for the first time, and now 13:59 is his lifetime best. So that's quite some margin in 110-metre hurdling. Okay, just about ready for a start then, with Valdo Schuks on the inside, three-time Hungarian champion. Don't forget, they host the World Athletics Championships in Budapest next year, so looking to develop a strong team for that. Gregor Traba is the home man on this occasion. Then Aurel Manga, Damien Chikia, Enrique Llopis, Sasha Zoya, David King and Abdel Larinaga. So 2 automatic spots available. Traba going nicely. Manga trying to follow him. Alongside Chikia, looks to be out. But coming through now, the Spaniard Llopis from Zoya. It's the 2 youngsters who triumph then. 13:32, devastation though for Chikia, who got out of shape there as Finley Gaio waits nervously. Oh, well, you don't want to see someone of such quality go out like that. Hands on head for Chikia, but Llopis delighted with that win as Zoya makes it at least 3 Frenchmen in the final.
Manga given a time of 13.7, so that puts Pozzi and Gao in the non-automatic qualifying spots. But I've got to say, I think there was a bit of a clash between Manga and Chikir. I wonder if they had the kind of opposing lead legs. It was very, very busy down there, and a lot of hurdles falling over.
Yes, well, Llopis, training partner on a regular basis of Asier Martinez, who won the first heat, coming to bring his very best to Munich. Here we can see a replay of the race. Keep an eye on Chikir in lane 4. It's about the 5th hurdle that he comes to grief, as Llopis and Sasha Zoya are starting to forge ahead at this stage. But there's once again a lot of untidy hurdling out there. There's a lot of barriers crashing down. Manga, well, he clipped a couple of hurdles, and that in the end cost him valuable time. There you see, just in the run-in, that last barrier, Manga clipping the hurdle. This is hurdle 5. Chikir stumbles, loses all his rhythm. It all falls apart, and he's in the wrong lane.
I think Chikir could certainly have grounds for a protest there. And we only have 8 lanes here, I think, in Munich. Some of the major tracks we use do have 9. I'm not sure there's anything the organisers can do about that.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that in a second, perhaps. Asier Martinez, the fastest qualifier. You can see there 3 Frenchmen in the final and 2 Swiss athletes by the looks of things as well. This lot all missing out, but Eder gets a new lifetime best though at his first major international championships. We kind of need a different angle that shows you relative where the lanes are exactly.